Hello guys, what do we got here? What do we got here? We're getting our first big storm of the year, fellas. You know what that means. We've got some snow plowing to do. We're gonna jump in the truck and get comfortable because it's gonna be a long day and a long night. We're supposed to get about a foot of snow today, and we have maybe half of that down right now. So I gotta go around and clean up some spots just so cars can get in and out. And then tonight will be the long night. Tonight's when I gotta go in and clean everything up. But it's about 10 o'clock in the morning right now, and 10 o'clock tonight, I won't be home. I can guarantee you that. But hey, it's what you gotta do, fellas. It's what you gotta do. Let's jump in the truck, go grab a coffee, and get this going. Shouldn't be too much traffic out here today. So I have plowed a few times, 3 times. I plowed 3 times so far with the truck this year with the General Grabber ATX tires. But this is gonna be the worst for sure. It is nice and light and fluffy though. We did get about 3 or 4 inches of snow the other day, and it was wet and heavy and gets packed down and turns to ice. Right now, it's nice and light and fluffy. So, like I said, we've got to go around and do some cleanup stuff right now. There's some businesses that I take care of that they still have managers coming in and out and whatnot. And then one place that I do is like a security delivery type place. And if I wait till the end of the storm, all the vehicles will be back and I won't be able to do anything with it. I'll just be plowing the vehicles in. So I gotta go clean up now and then go back and clean up later, and then go in tonight and tomorrow morning and do the real good cleanup. We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this weather to happen to test out these tires and you know, just put this truck back to work again. So what do we got here already? Yep, we've got some vehicles spun out. This is a really bad turn right here. People don't really tend to take slow enough. Yeah, they went in there pretty good. Won't be the last one of those we'll see today, I can guarantee you that. So this truck does have the locking rear diff, and then of course I can go out and manually lock my front hubs. So when I get into like a really big snowstorm, and if I'm plowing, you know, like one of the construction access roads or something like that, if I lock this thing, you know, if I lock my rear axle and I go out and I lock my hubs especially, man, this thing will plow so much snow. And then with the V-blade, you know, I can wing it to wherever I want. And with a good set of tires on it, this thing will push and push and push and push. Number 2. There's the problem. He's driving a Chevy Canyon. There we go, we're just getting ready to pull in. Now we'll see how many vehicles are here. Yeah, there's a ton of vehicles here. So in a parking lot like this, I actually like to have the camera even if I'm not recording for YouTube. And the reason is because there's a lot of vehicles here, and if someone wanted to, they could say that you damaged their vehicle when you were snow plowing. But if you got it on camera, then it's much harder for them to do that. You can see, guys, it is tight here. And there's actually still vehicles here. Alright boys, we're into her now. Finally getting some stuff moved here. Creating some room for me. Gotta watch out for people. Gotta watch out for cars. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Can't push it up. This is one of the like 2 cases that I actually use my backup camera. So I'm gonna go out and clean it off right now. In tight spots like this, it's nice to have that so you can back up as far as absolutely possible. So we're at a driveway now that the person who lives here is extremely picky. It is a pain in the butt to do. They've got like vehicles parked everywhere. We've got equipment parked everywhere. Yeah, we're at my place. So we're at my place and look at this nice powder. Guys, we never get this snow here in Nova Scotia. Look at that freaking backup camera. I gotta clean that. One of the few times I actually use the backup camera is in this situation, plowing snow. Basically that, backing into parking spots, and hooking up to a trailer. But I'm old school anyway. I use my mirrors. So it looks like the snow is sort of starting to die down. It still has some more to go though. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock right now, and it's not supposed to stop until like 9 o'clock tonight, but very little bit. So we're gonna get my driveway cleaned up, and if it's still, you know, not picking back up again, then I'll head out and start finishing everything off. Grass here somewhere. The old FJ snowed right in. This snow is so nice to plow. So fluffy. Gotta clean off that sensor. Alright, gonna get those vehicles moved. Love those headlights. Love them. Yeah, starting to snow again. Steering wheel in this turns so easy. So one thing I just noticed is I had that in slippery drive mode, shut the truck off, and it's still in slippery drive mode. I would have suspected that it would have gone back to normal. So that's kind of cool. It actually remembers. It's different from before, that's for sure. Trees and rock walls here everywhere, fences. What a spot. I got a wellhead here too. To watch out for that. Set of tires. Gotta watch out for that. Man, it is snowing like crazy again. I was just getting ready to head out. A little back drag action. My dogs are in the window there watching me. Wishing they were out here. So guys, my thoughts on the tires. I'm not 100% sure. Doing an awful lot of slipping and sliding around here right now. I think they're good. Man, see, it's packed down so much right now. I don't know if they're the best I've ever had. For plowing. Tell you, when I was driving, and I was coming home from Winnipeg on that trip, and I came from Thunder Bay, and it was snowing like crazy and the roads were brutal. They were awesome. But plowing, I don't know. I don't know yet. Anyway, if you ever wonder what it's like to plow, this is a little POV for you. See, on this hill right now, it's so packed down, it's just like ice. If I tap my brakes, I just start sliding. So you don't want to do that. See, like at least with wheels turning, I can steer. Without the wheels turning, I just slide. And you got no control where you're going. So remember that if you're plowing and you start sliding, let off the brake and just steer how you'd normally back up as if you weren't sliding. You might pick up some speed, so eventually you're gonna have to come to a stop, but if you're sliding like that, don't keep your foot on the brake. Alright boys, we're still going. What the frig? The pylon in the middle of the road. I assume it's by accident. Anyway, we're still going. It's 7 o'clock at night. We started at what, like 9:30 this morning. I've still got like 5 spots to go. I think I'm gonna wait and do one first thing tomorrow morning, just because there's nobody there right now. There's no one there all day, and there won't be anybody there till like 7:30 tomorrow morning. And we're supposed to get like potentially another 5 centimeters of snow tonight. So I don't think it makes any sense for me to go and do it and then potentially have to do it again. So that's what I'm thinking. That is what I'm thinking. But this place we can do. I need to get out though and open the lock if I can see the friggin' codes and shit. This is like a day in the life, boys. So guys, you can see we got over a foot of snow, but it is beautifully light and fluffy. The old big beast, guys. I love this truck. Yeah, it's a little bit harder on fuel for some reason. And, you know, obviously, oh man. I can't listen to that. These friggin' sensors, like, look, they get clogged up. Good luck reading my plate. Camera's cleaned off. Yeah, so obviously I like my new truck, the new Platinum. I like a lot of things about it. I can't say I love it yet. I haven't tested it. I love this truck. I love my 550. I loved my 250 because I worked those and they never let me down. Come on, get over the curb. All right, there we go. And they never let me down. So until that happens with that truck, I can't say I love it. Love is earned. Oh, there's such a dip right there every time, no matter what I do. Tell you what, it is very rare. I know I said it a couple times in my most recent videos, but it is very rare that we get snow like this in Nova Scotia. We don't usually get light, fluffy snow. It's usually wet, heavy, packed. You know, a lot of times we get a bunch of snow and then it turns to rain and it's just an absolute mess to try to deal with. This is beautiful. Like, this is absolutely beautiful to deal with. This is like a special occasion. So this is the main reason that I put these lights on this truck, was for plowing. But as you guys could see in those videos that I made when I was doing my trip to Winnipeg, it comes in handy in a lot of situations. Like, I love those lights. I don't have my backup one on right now because there's tons of street lights in here. So I don't want to take that too much of that pile up close to the building here. I'm trying to keep as much snow away from the building as I can. So I'm actually going to back drag that stuff right now. I'll do one more swipe. Alright, let's back drag this stuff. Let's get up here nice and close. closer I can get, the less I have to get out and do by hand. But I'm on an angle here, so I can't get quite as close on this side. Well, that'll do for that. Let's push that off to the side. It's been a long day, guys. I don't know how much of this you guys actually want to see. So if the video sucks and you don't like this stuff, then let me know. And if it doesn't get like any views and it gets a bunch of dislikes, then I just won't make another video like this. So if anyone is commenting before they see this part and just saying it sucks, alright, sorry. I guess you didn't watch the video far enough. But anyway, if you like it, then let me know. So I can throw this thing on my head and do all kinds of stuff. Depends on what you guys want to see. All kinds of boulders over here, so bring my plow up a bit. All the areas that I'm plowing this year, I picked up one new spot, but I didn't go after much because of Bauer. I didn't want to pick up any more than what I had last year, and I actually dumped 2 places that I had last year because they just weren't worth it. That's the thing too. If you're doing something just to do it and you're not really making any money off it, then don't. I mean, you know, you can make good money in snow plowing, mainly in commercial, especially if you're under contract and it's a good winter. But you can make decent money commercial, and if you have like a lot of driveways in one area, like if you have a lot of residential driveways in a subdivision, you know, and you're charging 35, 40 bucks, 45, 50 bucks, whatever, each driveway, and they're only, you know, a second apart, then you can make some decent money. But if you're driving for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes to get the one driveway, then it's really not worth it. But it's one of those things, guys, that when you have these trucks, or you have a truck or whatever, and you're making payments on it, or you know, whatever, if your work is seasonal, like my work slows down, you know, significantly in the winter time compared to what it is in the summertime. Like I go completely balls to the wall, wide open from pretty much April to November, December, whenever the weather really sets in with the machine work. And then my work does tend to slow down, but it's very, very, very sporadic because of the type of work and the contracts that I have. So it can be very up and down. But getting back to what I'm trying to say, if you know, have these trucks, have a truck, whatever, it's almost just a necessity if you want to work at all in the wintertime to put a plow on it. If you don't want to work in the wintertime, well then obviously don't. But it's not like my main thing that I do with these trucks is snow plowing. It's just something that I throw on it. It keeps me a little bit busy. I make a few bucks off it. I don't make a whole lot of money off of snow plowing. And then sometimes you tell people your hourly rate, or you tell them how much it is per driveway, whatever, and they're like, what? You know, okay, if you don't want to pay $40 to have your driveway plowed, then I guess go out and do it by hand. Or pay someone, pays Henry down the street who has no insurance and whatever to do it. And if something happens, he hits your car, he hits your truck, he hits your house, whatever, good luck getting compensated for that. But when you have to put insurance on your, you know, for snow plowing and all that, and do it the right way. My insurance goes up quite a bit to have snow plowing added to it, because there's such a high risk of hitting a car or, you know, whatever, even just being out on the roads in bad conditions. But I also subcontract a lot of work out all over, you know, all over the Maritimes, and I have to have it, so I don't really have a choice. So I throw a plow on, and then I end up, you know, having nights like this. Boulders galore. People ask me, you know, how I like my Boss plow, and you know, Western makes a really good plow, and they actually make, I find their mounts are easier to get the plow mounted. I mean, it doesn't take me longer than, if I line up, if I get lined up good to the plow, to the, you know, the grooves, the mounts on this, I can have this thing hooked up in 3 minutes. But the Westerns do have a little bit more room for error. I do find it is a bit easier to hook up, but I've had this plow for, this will be my my fourth winter. And I don't really do much parking lots. Like, it's not just, you know, plowing, you know, like a Walmart parking lot, for instance. It's not just asphalt. I do a lot of this stuff, and I've done a lot of like construction roads, back roads, access roads, where it's rocks and boulders and crap. I haven't had to do a thing to this. The cutting edge is still the same. I haven't had to touch the hydraulics. I haven't had to do anything at all, other than take it off my other 350 and put it on this 350. The only thing that has happened to this is a spring. Is the spring that holds it in a lock position on this side let go. So you can see the arm has come out. So the pin actually isn't even in place right now. So every once in a while, plow's got to be in float for that. Every once in a while you got to keep an eye on it and just tap her back in. I got to get a new spring to lock the pin in place. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna throw my jacket on and get this stuff shoveled. I gotta shovel away from the gates here, the door, that door, and in front of this door. And then here's the shovel, yeah. And then I've got 3 or 4 more spots to do, and then tomorrow morning. Again, let me know if you like this. If you don't like this babbling on and this vision and this day of night in the life of a contractor or whatever the hell I'm doing right now, let me know and I won't do it anymore. All right, boys, here we are. 5:30. Heading back out to finish my one last property. Gotta get her done before the doctors get in. That's the doctor's office. It's a dance studio, but obviously it won't be dance this early in the morning, but doctor's office will be open in another hour and a half or so. So we'll get there, get her plowed, get her salted, get her shoveled. So this is the other site they got to shovel. And that's it. That's it. Well, no, sorry, that's not it. Then at 9:30 in the morning, I got to head back into that place I started yesterday and do that one again, because 9:30 is the best time to do it when all the vehicles are gone. So that after that, that's it. But I'm not going to record that because you guys have already seen that place. Anyway, I can hear Tim Hortons just like whispering my name, and just whispering. It's like a horror movie, saying Tyson. Don't worry, I'm coming.